Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me for another video. This is going to be an unboxing of the September box from the Stationery Selection. The box does appear to be opened. I did genuinely make a mistake. I thought that this order was another box that I'm expecting to arrive. I didn't really look at the word Japan, which is mentioned several times on the label as a bit of a giveaway. So I opened the box, and when I lifted up the lid I saw the logo for the Stationery Selection, and that's when I realized what it was, and I quickly closed the lid. I do have an idea of one of the items in this box, but aside from that, everything else is a complete surprise to me. I don't know what it is yet. So it looks like we're about to find that out together. So if you would like to see the contents of the September box for the Stationery Selection, just keep watching. So the first thing that you will receive when you open your box is a little welcome letter from the Stationery Selection, and on the back there is a monthly greeting, and it's also going to list the items that are in the box. Right now I'm actually looking at my microphone because I kind of want everything to be a bit of a surprise. I don't really receive things like this, so I'm pretty excited to get this one. So the first item that I can share with you today is the one item that I knew was going to be included in the September box. This one is the Delphonics utility pouch, and I believe it's a double pocket. So for example, you could keep all of your pens and your inks and that kind of thing in one pocket, and the other one could probably store your kneadable erasers, your pencils, and even your watercolor brushes. It's a really nice, thick, sturdy material, and I absolutely love the color olive green. I think if this box only came with this Delphonics pouch, I would just be really satisfied. So anything from here on is basically a cherry on top. Okay, the next item I have is, oh, I think I've seen this before. Okay, so according to this card, it is the Mavi Uchida for Drawing Black ink pen. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. For everyone that watches my channel and looks at my Instagram, they know that I do a lot of illustration and drawing, so this is right up my alley. The nib is stated as a 0.1, which is very, very fine. I really hope that my camera is picking up on the size of the nib. It is very, very small. The ink is waterproof, it's photo safe and acid free, and it is also archival in quality, so it's not going to fade over time, meaning that it would also be really good for journaling. This is really nice. I can see straight away that there's a really beautiful pattern on these sticky notes or sticky letter pad. Okay, so these are called removable sticky short message letter pad with a design of framed fine art. So this is from Stalogy or Stalogy, and according to the paperwork here, they are sticky notes with a stylish frame to keep your memos looking good. Again, that's right up my alley. I would definitely use these in my planner. I'm going to switch to a B6 planner for next year, and I can already see myself really using these wider space sticky notes. It's a beautiful pattern, and I might even see if I can add in some close-up footage so you guys can really see that for yourself. Here is the business card for the Stationery Selection, so I'll definitely be keeping a hold of this one and adding it to my journal with little bits of ephemera that I've already collected over the past couple of months. The next item does not really take me by surprise, but it's always appreciated. I think if you're going to ever do a stationery box, washi tape is one of those staple items that it absolutely must have. That's just my opinion. The next one that we have is by the brand Mustay. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly. This print is very subtle. It's almost like a very translucent cream off-white color with a very, very pale baby blue grid pattern. And according to the card, it says, "Have you ever tried writing on washi tape? This neat washi tape allows you to write on it with almost any pens that you have." So I suppose I could probably use this one to write over the top of it because it has the permanent ink, and they might actually work really well together. Next up is a notebook from Yamamoto Paper. It is called the Rabiki Note, and it's a topographical map So if I take it out of the packet, we can have a flip through it, and I can already tell that the paper quality is really, really nice. It's not very thick. I would probably estimate that it's around 100 GSM, and the color is an ivory or a soft cream, whatever you want to call that. It's really, really very smooth. I would absolutely enjoy this for journaling, sketching, note-taking. You really can't go wrong with a really good quality plain notebook for your Traveller's Company or any other narrow size notebook that you might have. Okay, so we're almost at the end. This particular item is called the Pine Book One Day Masking Seal. These are washi tape date sticker sheets to keep you organized in your planner or journal. And on the back of the packet here, we can see an example of how it is being used in a journal. I think that these would be really handy to use if you're into bullet journaling, or if you keep a daily journal or something like a Hobonichi Techo. This would be a really good way to add some fun pops of color. Okay, so the last item that we have in the September box for the stationery selection is called a camouflage holder. I have never heard of that myself, but that's the great thing about the stationery selection is you never know what you're going to get, and in saying that, it's most probably going to be something that you might have never seen before. And it says to keep your notes and thoughts away from curious eyes with this camouflage folder in A5. It's got this beautiful crisscross pattern, I want to say, and it is stitched on one side. So you'll be able to see the contents but not make out the writing on any of the pages. So to give you an idea, I can see that something is in there, but I'm not able to distinguish what's actually written on the page. What I'm really impressed with this particular box from the stationery selection is I can tell immediately that everything that you receive is really, really good quality. And it's also nice to have variation as well. So there's a bit of everything to suit almost every taste, I would say. Okay, so I am back. It's been a few days and I wanted to film just a little bit extra at the end of what you've just seen. Basically, I put together a journaling spread. This is something that I like to do. I like to incorporate a lot of decorations. So in saying that, a lot of everything I've written is in the, oh, I've got a stray hair. I think that's one of my daughter's hairs. I'll just get rid of that. Everything that I've written on this diary or journal entry is using the Mavi Uchida pen. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It was really smooth to write with, and I even decided to draw with it too. So after my watercolors were dry, I used the pen intentionally to see if it would kind of reactivate with the watercolor, and it didn't, which is not surprising to me considering it is waterproof, but I figured I would check it anyway. And being such a small nib, I was able to get a lot of that detailing in. I also went ahead and I put in the stationery selection business card because I absolutely have to. That's kind of like a souvenir of the whole experience. Up here, I also used one of the Stalogy sticky notes, and every so often I find myself having to kind of press down the adhesive side a little bit more. I did use one of the little date stickers up the top over here, and I found that they were kind of repositionable, which was really nice because it went on a little bit crooked and I was able to take it off and straighten it too. After that, I used some of the washi tape to decorate this little square down here. And last but not least, as I mentioned before, I did do a watercolor illustration. My favorite item out of the September box, which was of course the Delphonics double zipper utility pouch. And I think that's going to be an enormous favorite of mine for a very long time to come. It's pretty hard to beat. I will quickly mention though, before when I was doing the video, I've edited a little bit of it and I kind of forgot to show you guys, but yeah, the whole point of it being a double zipper utility pouch. Again, there's another hair belonging to my daughter. She must be shedding like a cat. If I open this up, you will find that there is extra space to put more of your items, brushes, something like that. So you can go ahead and put something in. And then if you close it up by popping in these studs, that it's really not going to go anywhere. And plus you also are left with those 2 other pouches to use. So 10 out of 10 when it comes to storage and portability and just all-round awesomeness. It's totally amazing and I absolutely love it. So yeah, I think that just about does it. So if you have enjoyed this video and like the journal page and like everything that I've shown you and are really interested in the stationery selection, and you are more than willing to go to their website to check out their boxes, please leave me a thumbs up. Comment down below what you like the best out of it, and also subscribe to this channel because I will be posting more video content very, very shortly. But in the meantime, I hope that you enjoyed it and I will see you again very soon. Bye bye.